doctors and local volunteers in Bolivia hold free clinics for firefighters struggling to contain the fire. A stray dog received a teacher's certificate and serves as a spiritual healer at a school in Taiwan. Welcome to DAI Headlines, I'm Simon Gunn. Thank you for joining us. The Amazon rainforest fire has caused millions of hectares of land in Bolivia to be burned down, with the firefighters struggling to containing the fire. A team of doctors from Argentina went to the disaster areas along with a local physician and other volunteers to hold a free clinic. Here's our report.
The raging fire in the dark looks dazzling. The Bolivian rainforest has burned as much as half the area of Taiwan. As all the firefighters were exhausted, Argentina team doctor Gao Zhongchen came to collaborate with local physicians to hold a free clinic at a nearby school. Since the hanging Tzu Chi flag is similar to the indigenous totem that caused the forest fire, people once worried that it may arouse resentment.
There weren't many people in the beginning, but later there were more and more people. Everyone was very grateful because there were no medical professionals nor medical team to help those who fought for fire in the front line. But Tzu Chi volunteers were there to help alleviate firefighters' elements because they were tired and it was dangerous for them.
After the first free clinic, local Dr. Charlie once again took 6 hours, traveling more than 300 kilometers from Santa Cruz to Concepcion. The volunteers settled at night and arrived at the destination at midnight. They began the events at 6 o'clock in the morning and served until 11 o'clock in the evening.
When we went there this time, it's different. Because we have the first experience, the city government sent a shuttle bus to pick them up. This time, more and more people visited the clinic, and it's possible that we may hold a free medical outreach for the third time.
The 2 sessions of free clinic has served a total of more than 650 patients, meeting the needs of the firefighters.
Beijing Tzu Chi volunteers offer scholarships to students in need in Laiyuan County in Hebei Province. In the new semester, volunteers conducted home visits to meet the new scholarship recipients and understand their family needs in order to help provide them the best help.
Beijing Tzu Chi volunteers help students in need in Laiyuan County in Hebei Province. In addition to give scholarships, they also conduct home visits. Niu, who's in 8th grade, was a new scholarship recipient. Today, volunteers visited her for the first time.
她学习特别好，是不是？
他们这都以学习为主，我不需要他们给我做多大的贡献，我也说主要他们好好学习，将来都给我减轻点负担就行了。
The Niu family has 3 children and Niu is the second one. Her brother was diagnosed with motor neuron diseases since elementary school, so her father quit his job to take care of them. Her brother and her tuition were from school subsidies.
即使学校补助你1学期600，你还是不够，对不对？
不够。
Her brother likes literature. However, after being ill, he can only rely on his father to take care of him, and is embarrassed to express his feelings. With the volunteers' encouragement, he has finally spoken out.
爸爸辛苦了。
爸爸呢？爸爸
不辛苦。
不辛苦。爸爸不辛苦啊。
不行。
哎呦，爸爸流眼泪了，来抱抱抱抱，儿子抱抱，儿子抱一下爸爸。哎呦，来，我们全部一起抱，一起抱，一起抱，一起抱。 真的不容易，祝福你平安吉祥。
We wish you peace and auspiciousness.
收到了。
好。
Also wish you to improve in school and lead a better spiritual life.
祝福你有更好的精神生活。
Volunteers give their best wishes as well as hope for the family. The teacher has deep reflections when visiting the family with volunteers.
I felt that joining this home visit with you has planted seeds of responsibilities in my heart. I want to help those families in need get past their challenges.
在咱们共同努力之下，能够渡过难关。
The third weekend of every September is the Clean Up the World weekend. So this year on September 21st, many parts of the world responded enthusiastically. In Maputo, Mozambique, the mayor led the event, which was attended by many organizations, including Tzu Chi, who organized 300 volunteers.
In his homage, Mayor of
Maputo, Mozambique, leads people to join the Clean Up the World weekend. People pick up garbage along the streets.
The Tzu team in the yellow vest includes 300 people who are split up into 3 teams, with 100 people in every team.
De forma reiterada, o presidente do Conselho Municipal, assim como também a própria
The mayor and other organizations and Tzu Foundation put forward a very clear and powerful slogan, which is no garbage on the ground. The other one is all planet without garbage, so we must leave behind a clean earth. These 2 appeals are very practical, and they can change people's views on environmental protection.
Hoje nós limpamos as valas de Mafalala.
One of our teams went to clean up the ditches in Mafalala. I want to thank Master Zhen Yan for guiding us to protect the environment, guiding us to love our brothers and sisters, and also telling us that when we protect our environment, we don't just protect our personal environment, we also protect all the lives in the environment.
O ambiente também de todas as pessoas que fazem parte deste mundo.
There are ditches on both sides of the street, but the rain often washes the dirt and everything down the ditches. So the volunteers use shovels or rakes to remove the filth. Everyone is sweating profusely, but they are doing their jobs and also seeing out their happiness and give their well wishes to the land.
Since the winter aid distribution in 2017, Tzu in Serbia began to recruit local volunteers. In early September, Tzu volunteers in Europe held the 2nd training course for the local volunteers in Serbia, and there were a lot of sharing from the participants.
It's the 2nd training class for the local volunteers in Serbia. Everyone is exciting.
I'm very happy to help all those people in all those camps.
This is my 2nd time working with Tzu. I also learned something about what it means giving someone a gift. It means it's my pleasure to give someone something, and that's great for me.
The time I spent with you is of good quality and positive, with good inspiration. It's a new lesson for us to learn how we should behave.
I'm here almost 2.5 years, and it's my pleasure to see you again. And every time when I see you, my heart is full, because I know we all together help poor people. And I don't know what to say right now, but my experiences here is very good, because I met lots of new people, and you, well, right now, it's my new family. Thank you.
Chi volunteers from different countries explain Chi's philosophy and its environmental concepts.
I'm very happy to learn about Tzu's way of life. I've learned how to make our earth better and how to be less harmful to the land.
Being less than 30 years old in average, these volunteers have learned a way of life, leading to the road of goodness.
The teacher is not only the role that guides the students to grow, but also the motivation to stimulate students' growth. Sometimes, the things around our daily life may become our teachers of enlightenment. Follow our new series of report as we hear from a special life education teacher at an elementary school in Taiwan.
啦啦老师是万人迷，快点啦！啦啦老师从不生气，啦啦老师总是笑眯眯，啦啦他很忙。太好吃了。对呀，完全。起立。
Is he the teacher? No, it's it.
On December 25th in 2014, it was Christmas Day. We were very lucky because teacher Lala came to our Degao Elementary School. A child with autism and ADHD flared up on that day, but the teacher was not able to comfort him. After teacher Lala was brought there, the student's mood was finally stabilized.
Teacher Lala is a full-time teacher of life education at school.
Children are unfamiliar with life education. If we simply educate children about it with textbooks, then it will be empty talk. Now we have ready-made materials, as its story is a good example.
You can find that after Lala came to our school, the students' faces have become softer and they have become more open-minded. The most important function of Lala are listening and companionship. I have learned this from it.
Originally a stray dog, Lala has become part of the staff of Tainan's Degao Elementary School because of his personality traits. He not only attends classes, but has also become the best playmate of the school.
Every time I see it, I feel very relaxed.
I may also go find it to share some thoughts, although it may not understand what I was talking about. In fact, I think it understood as it would comfort me.
The school is where its home is. Sometimes when I feel tired, I may come over to hug Lala because I always feel comforted when I see it. Lala is not only our good friend, but also our spiritual healer.
The school has not only officially awarded a teacher's certificate to teacher Lala, but has also published a picture book depicting Lala's interactions with the students at the school.
Teacher Lala has surpassed our interaction and care for people.
Lala has comforted the anxious minds of school freshmen, and he has also seen the graduates off with tenderness showing in its eyes. Degao Elementary School gave Lala a home, but it gives back more.
In Singapore, an infant teacher at Great Love Preschool has been awarded Outstanding Infant Teacher Award by the Early Child Development Agency. She has been working at the preschool for more than 5 years and is still passionate about her work.
Children between 2 to 18 months are curious about everything. The teachers at Great Love Preschool have handmade the teaching materials. Among them, because Shu Yuan is the most creative.
Since they can sit, crawl, and stand, and they are learning to walk, during these stages, we need to design different activities to enhance their limb development.
Some of the teaching materials are designed by teacher Ke. The one with flower inside water was her idea. It was a very good idea. The children love to touch these things.
The infants cannot talk and can only express their feelings through emotions. She has great strategies.
Sometimes we sing lullaby, sometimes we use voice to attract their attention. Then they will forget about their frustration.
Teacher Ke's contribution has been recognized. She was awarded the Outstanding Infant Teacher Award by the Early Childhood Development Agency. The parents think she deserves the honor.
Maybe the first time he turned his body was at the school. Therefore, the teacher tells us and films the video clip for us.
Teacher Ke is really mindfully and full of love. She treats every child as if they are her own children.
The recognition of the parents and the honor of winning the award has made Ke's career more down-to-earth and rewarding.
In fact, it would be a lie to say that I don't get tired. However, when you think about their smiles, you will resume your motivation and energy.
Students from the Tzu Chi University of Science and Technology gave 14 children's play performances in the summer vacation in Turkey, Malaysia, Singapore, and Australia. They were watched by over 10,000 people. After the school started, they gave their first performance at the Tzu Chi University in Taiwan. It was highly acclaimed by the children and the parents, which was the best support for the student performers.
The beautiful peacock dance deeply attracts people's attention. The students from the Tzu Chi University of Science and Technology gave their first performance after the overseas tour in the summer vacation, receiving the passionate support from the audiences.
My favorite is the peacock dancer because she danced very well.
What I remember the most was the moment when Xiaohua died. I was moved to tears. The show has a strong appeal.
The success of the children's play is a joint effort behind the scenes. The students have learned from the experienced seniors inside the troupe, while outside the troupe, they have the full support from the instructors. The overseas tour allowed the students to perform more skillfully, so they can show their bodies confidently and dance happily on the stage.
Although we have to stop practicing for 2 weeks after the performance in Malaysia, when we start performing again, everyone enjoyed playing on the stage very much.
I can see the students' growth and their confidence in smiles and dancing steps.
Their teamwork made a perfect children's play. The passionate and beautiful peacock, as well as the idea about respecting life, are imprinted in the audience's minds.
After the 9/21 earthquake, many school buildings were destroyed, leading many children to study outside under a tree. In order to let the education resume as soon as possible, Tzu Chi assisted 51 schools in rebuild the course. Some students took classes in prefab houses. Some 20 years later, these children have grown up, and the earthquake is still a very vivid memory.
That day at GG Elementary School.
I walked to see the school and everything had collapsed. The athletic field was also cracked.
When GG Elementary collapsed, I was the Parents Association president at the time. I only took over this job for 3 or 4 days.
The school was completely ruined by the 9/21 earthquake. At that time, the president of the Parents Association had just finalized the merger of nearby Heping Elementary. Education of children cannot stop, and the campus reconstruction plan went into full swing.
Chen Yongnan, the first thing he said to me, Dad, I just had a chance to study at GG Elementary. Shouldn't I go out and help GG raise money?
Chen Rongsun's son, Chen Yongnan, was in the 5th grade of elementary school at that time. He was the one on the stage for the reconstruction of the school.
I thought that our lovely school collapsed and that I didn't have the chance to go back to school again. When I heard the principal say that Tzu Chi brothers and sisters would support us, I could rest assured.
The little boy grew up and is now 31 years old. When he recalled that year, he clearly remembered that the school was rebuilt because of the help of everyone.
During the 9/21 earthquake, so many people came to help. Volunteers didn't ask us to pay money, so I had no choice but to contribute.
His gratitude is in his heart, and one day each week he goes back to GG Elementary and teaches younger boys and girls, and also talks about history.
The earthquake toppled these buildings, and they had to be rebuilt. I believe that they all need to know this history at least.
It takes a lot of money for so many collapsed schools to stand up again.
We need a lot of funds and everyone to help to accomplish Tzu Chi's Project Hope.
The smiles of the 2 disaster-stricken girls were impressive and even shown on Taipei's Renai Circle. This poster has been hanging in the living room of Yi Qing's home for many years, and she looks at it every day.
I feel that I was very cute when I was young.
In the photo, the 2 are from different schools, but are in the same classroom. One is GG Elementary, Zheng Ziyu, and the other is Heping Elementary, Wang Yiqing. The mother was impressed and saved this special poster.
Maybe the guests come to see it and may want to contribute.
Yiqing's mother runs a noodle shop and had the opportunity to explain Project Hope through the daughter's photo.
哦，变好多，有重建过哎。是啊，跟以前不一样。这一张好了。我记得我们是在上美劳课，然后在做花，纸片花，那个康乃馨，然后那时候拍照的时候我手上有拿花。
After being in school for more than a year, the two were inseparable, and the feelings are better than the students in the original class.
那时候我们都常玩在一起。回家之后，我就会骑脚踏车去他家玩。记得，我也曾经用手到你家去。
Today, the teachers and students of Heping Elementary and all the students from GG Elementary are returning to GG Elementary.
The new school was completed, and the students of both schools were reluctant to part ways.
We sent them all back to school along GG Street.
After returning to school 20 years later, memories came to these two girls as they decided to take this photo.
I actually found a friendship that was originally created was strong, and I didn't want to lose contact.
Ziji aided in the construction of 51 Project Hope schools. During this period of reconstruction, it also assisted in the building of prefab houses, and Zhusan High School was one of the beneficiaries.
I saw the blue shirts and white pants and thought it was impossible for construction workers to wear such uniforms. That was the immediate impression upon me at the time.
Before that, Zheng Yawen, who was studying at Zhusan High School, did not have a good impression of Ziji.
那我们全班的同学几乎就
I was unlike the rest of the class who are curious about taking photos with Dharma masters, but I stood far away and they told me to come closer, but I didn't want to.
In the following days, Yawen carefully observed a group of Ziji volunteers wearing blue shirts and white trousers. They continued to come to the school to help them build the dormitory regardless of the hard rain.
At that time, the mood was a contradiction. It seems that he has done a little bit of things.
From seeing them in action, Yawen gradually changed her mind. When she went to college, she participated as a Zijing, and even her two sisters joined.
Chiji volunteers really treat us well, and it was like someone from home, which was a great comfort.
From being cared for to following good deeds, now the three sisters have become Ziji volunteers.
In fact, it wasn't just being certified to enter Chiji. I just feel that I am helping others. This thing will make people feel very happy.
After 20 years, the children of 921 have been awakened and are now better prepared for their future.
The Taiwan Innotech Expo is taking place, which features AI technology to help those with medical conditions like diabetes. We'll leave you with these images. Goodbye.